How embarrassing I was muted the whole time. Welcome, everyone. Oh, hello.
Good morning. Look at me
Good
being on time.
morning. I At first, if I didn't look at my text, I was gonna be like, I hope she's awake. And then I realized that I forgot to send you the link.
Yeah, so technically it's your fault.
No, it is definitely. If you would have been late, I would be like, oh my god, so embarrassing. Hello, Danny. You okay there?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you sick?
I was sick like
Uh,
2 weeks ago, and then I cough like in the mornings, in the middle of the night, after like I'm done yelling at my kids, like after recess, I'm like
I understand
silent.
completely.
Yeah.
Even though I've never been a teacher, I did work at Toys R Us, and I feel like you develop
Oh,
some sort of unawareness of children yelling after a while.
yeah.
And you're like, you know what?
Toys R Us.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
I think you get used to it after a while. Like, you don't hear
Yeah.
the kids anymore. The worst part about Toys R Us was the parents, definitely.
Oh, 100%.
Because they're like, excuse me, where is this toy? And you're like, the most popular toy of the season, the week of Christmas. We don't have it, unfortunately. What do you mean? Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Call Santa Claus? Like,
Santa.
call Jeffrey the giraffe? Like, I'm out of options here.
Jeffrey the giraffe. Yeah. No. Yeah.
How have you
Yeah. I don't
been?
know if I could work at Toys R Us.
Mm.
I don't know. How have you been?
Honestly, I've been good. I told myself yesterday, I'm like, tonight I can't drink a lot.
Yeah.
I have the sprints. I can't be hungover again. Lo and behold, I'm not that hungover,
Look at you.
but I am tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried my best. I was like, let me be good.
Yeah.
But
You
at
go. I
like an
know.
hour ago, I was like, I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
People
At
who get up
11.
earlier. Yeah. People who get up earlier. You, trooper. I think you're incredible.
Like sister is 6 a.m.
I know. You're incredible to me. The concept of being up at 6 is wild.
It's about 5:30. Okay.
Oh my god. You're crazy. We have something to discuss, madame,
We do.
because someone so-
Yeah.
someone after previously giving me shit for starting the book early, lo and behold, I went on Goodreads yesterday innocently,
I know. So
and what
silly.
do I see?
So
Someone
silly.
started this earlier.
I did. Can I tell you why?
Fine. Yes, you can explain yourself.
Because I wanted to make sure that I wanted to read it, first of all, for these friends. Okay. Second of all, I'm only on page 28.
Well, it's enough
Third of
ahead.
all, no, because I'm gonna spend the first sprint like journaling,
Yes. Yes.
getting, preparing myself for this day.
You're right. It is 6 a.m.
So you're gonna
for
beat
you.
me. It is 6 a.m. It is. Okay, but like so far, it's really good.
Oh my god. Because you missed the entire Keen Chronicles, which I would argue was interesting and different, but I wouldn't say it was my favorite so far. So if you're liking this right away, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Because this is giving me like
It's
Percy
funny.
Jackson, like when we were really excited for Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
And then we had
it's funny.
Jason and the Heroes of Olympus. And it all went downhill from there.
Yeah. It was just,
This is wild.
I'm looking at them right now. I know. That's why I didn't buy Magnus Chase. Magnus Chase is just on my phone.
Okay.
You know?
I went full in. I got the book set.
I know, as you should
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. But I do have the audiobook from the library because I've been like
Yeah.
really struggling to just read normally. I need the
Mhm.
audiobook. Like, I don't know. I can't sit in silence. I think if I read physically, like, I
Yeah.
need to have like fire sounds now. Like,
Oh.
I realize,
Yeah.
like, I just, like, if I can't have the audiobook, I'm just like
Yeah.
half paying attention sometimes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But some books, the audiobook makes it worse because then I'm like really not paying attention. Like The
Yeah.
Wheel of Time. I've been reading the fourth book. And
Uh-huh.
sometimes I'm like listening to it and then I like zone out for
Yeah.
thankfully the audiobook is so long that it's like a paragraph. But like
So you're like, it's good. It's
yeah,
okay.
I'm like it's good. I understand where we are. But
Yeah.
yeah, no. But I'm hoping I really do enjoy this because when I first started watching BookTube, this was the series that came out from Rick Riordan.
Oh.
So I've been
Wow.
like, oh wow, the author of Percy Jackson wrote more stories. Like that
Yeah.
was me in
Well,
2015.
it's super recent.
Yeah, I think it
Oh,
was
15.
2015. Yeah, this is what
Oh
when
wow.
I started watching BookTube around, and I remember
Yeah.
being like shooked and shaken that like the author of Percy Jackson like made another story. Like, and then I
Yeah.
realized they were all connected, and I was like, wow, here we are
Wow.
today for the Rick
Yeah.
Riordan log. But to the people watching, you don't have to read Magnus Chase. It's just that what we will be reading. But you can read
Yeah.
whatever you want. And you can tell us what you're reading. Um, I do. What amount of time do you want for the sprints?
Whatever.
Oh, okay. I
Did you know this is also sorry, Norse mythology?
yeah.
I didn't I didn't really know that, I think. So like I'm excited because I'm a
I'm
big
me too.
Loki girl.
Me too.
And I'm
I love
excited to like learn more.
I I love Norse mythology, but I don't feel like besides like Thor and like Marvel, like I don't really feel like we get a lot of exposure to it besides like video games and stuff. So like God of
Mhm.
War was Norse inspired. And Assassin's Creed Valhalla also had Norse inspired stuff. But like in regards to other elements of my life, like I don't feel like other than Thor the superhero, do we
Mhm.
really get the mythos? I know it exists. And I know there's a lot of retellings and like all of that, but
Mhm.
I'm like very excited because it's not something I was
Yeah.
expecting.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is a spoiler. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Right.
Sometimes I don't realize my. I'm trying to finish. Everyone in my family has killed someone, but in the first sprints, I'll be eating and watching YouTube. I also think in the first sprint, I know I need a coffee. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll eat. Maybe I won't.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I need to leave by like 4 about. So
Okay.
how do we
It's
feel
like
about
four
like
hours.
yeah, like 40
Yeah.
minute sprints?
That's good. I
Yeah.
like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Um I have it up. I log this in. We
Mhm.
could start right away if we're all gonna like just chill and vibe for the first
I like
sprint.
that.
I feel like
Mhm.
that's what's going on here. We're all like for the first sprint,
Yeah.
we're waking
Which
up.
we're
Even though
waking up.
some of us have been up at 6, 7, and some of us have been up at 11,
Yeah.
we
It's okay.
all need our time.
Yeah, we need to just slowly
I'm going
whatever that means.
to. No, I got it. I felt it.
Thank you.
I'm going
I
to start.
understand.
I understand you completely. Oh, why
Yeah.
does it have the top part like that? Stop. Why did it have the top part like that? Chrome
Mm.
tab. Oh, there we go. Because I'm dumb. Okay, perfect. So we will see you all in 40 minutes. Happy sprinting.
Perfect. Perfect. Happy sprinting.
Hello, hello. Welcome back,
Hello.
everyone. How did we do?
Uh,
Or what did we
I'm
do?
sorry.
Because I know
I'm
not
joining
everybody
it.
wanted to. Yeah.
I need to finish the sentence.
Okay, silence, everyone.
Okay, I'm ready. I just journaled, did some planning
Mm-hmm.
a little bit.
What'd you plan?
Um, just like my week next week, a little bit. I think what it looks like. I turn 27 next week, which is wild. I keep
Oh my
forgetting.
god, I keep forgetting it's Libra season.
Oh my god, I know it's terrible. Run, hide, everyone. God.
The only Libra in the world who hates Libras.
Like, oh my god.
You're
I'm like,
like
I hate
me
us.
and
Don't
my
worry.
people. I hate them.
Yeah, we're so annoying. We're the worst.
Well,
Where's
at least you
Joe?
admit it, you know?
I need Joe and Lucy.
Hello.
Oh, you're
Hello.
right there. I didn't know you were here. I just didn't look at the comments.
I thought you knew, so I was like, oh, let me
Oh,
just pop her up
no, I
because
didn't.
she's listening.
That's so funny.
Hi everyone, just joined, but I'm not sure yet what to read in these sprints.
Hello.
Give us some examples, and maybe we can pick one based on bias and
Yeah,
what we like.
yeah.
I read a bit, maybe a chapter or so. You were reading Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. Is that a thriller? I feel like probably.
What is she reading? Sorry.
Everyone in my family has killed someone.
Oh,
Maybe a chapter or so. Was this a part of your TBR? I don't remember for September. Chilling in my hotel room while reading Jade Legacy. Oh my god, get
no.
ready to cry. Trying to finish this book because I am not loving. Oh,
Oh,
I should have finished this sentence. I cried a lot,
mm.
but I really, really, really liked the Greenbone Saga. So maybe I'm a little bit biased. Libra season. In between a time of courage or One Piece. I'm gonna say One Piece. I have a newfound love for that manga series, but a time of courage. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Oh, John Gwynn. Okay, 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 okay. I have two of his books on my shelves, and I know I have to read them. I'm gonna start with Malice. I think this is like his other series. Hmm. It really depends what you're in the mood for, but I think if you're struggling to figure out what to read, a manga might be the better way to go because then you like get into the spirit of reading and then you can move
Yeah,
on to like a chunkier fantasy if that's the
chunky.
case. I loved book 1 and really liked book 2, but I'm struggling with the insane time skips in 3. Okay, I completely understand you. Um it took me a while. I think cuz I listened to it on audio, it was a lot easier to like get into the jump quicker because it wasn't my own brain doing it for me. It was like an author doing it, a reader doing it for me. It is a bit weird, but I think at the end of the book, it comes together nicer. But in the beginning, like it is awkward because you're not. She hasn't done it at all in any of the other books, so it does start off like super weird. It's a mystery thriller, but it's very funny with the way it's written. So I'd say it's kind of a cozy mystery. I wish I liked thriller and mysteries more, but maybe cozy mysteries are the vibe for me.
Let me tell you, I hated thrillers. I was all against thrillers.
Okay,
I love thrillers now.
who are
That's
you?
like the only thing. That's the only thing I want to read.
Wow.
Like, I hate romance now. I'm like
Oh,
over it.
I am in a romance ban. There's there is not allowed to be any romance in my
Yeah,
books on my TBR.
yeah,
Like at
yeah.
all. I'm in such a like I don't care about these people falling in love.
Yeah,
I
no.
want them to
I like,
die.
yeah, exactly. I'm in my thriller era. That's exactly, literally how I feel. I look at my romance books and I'm like,
Same. Literally same.
I just, I'm like, I don't care. I
I
want,
literally don't. There's nothing in this world I care less about right now
yeah,
if they're fake dating and people believe them. There's nothing that I care less
yeah,
about right
yeah.
now. And it's so like I feel like I'm really in and out with romance, but right now I'm very much like horror and fantasy, and that's all I care about. I want
Oh,
people
yeah,
death. Death is what I
yeah,
want.
yeah, yes. No, like fantasy, like a lot of fantasy books have romance in it. I'm like, no.
Mm.
Like I was in the middle of reading my reread of this book,
How long have you been reading that?
dog one. This is my reread. Like
I
I've already
know.
read it once. And like it's not that it's not good.
Hmm.
I just don't care.
Yeah,
I'm like, I
yeah.
don't care.
I
I don't
was
care who she
rereading.
chooses.
Yeah, I was well, of course you don't because you've already but I was rereading Throne of Glass. Like when was it? Last year we were all reading it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
I there was a certain point where I was like, I could not care less right now.
Yeah.
Sorry to Selena, but I'm like, I need to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
No, yeah, I
just,
stopped at Air
yeah,
Fire.
yeah. I think I read Queen of Shadows.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
because
I read,
Empire Storms is
yeah.
staring at me over there, so I'm pretty sure I read. I'm just like, I'm not. I'm really not in the mood. Like minor romance, I can handle. Like I just reread. Let me just get it. I just reread Conjuring of Light, which is my favorite series, my favorite fantasy series, and there
Oh,
is there is like a romantic pairing that happens, but it's super like chill in the
yeah.
book.
Yeah.
There's like one
Yeah.
like scene,
Yeah.
but it's nothing like crazy. You
Yeah.
you know that they're gonna get together from like the beginning, but
Yeah.
it's not forced. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it because it's not a romance book, and I think that that's the difference.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, like we're on a ship and we're like about to die, like let's, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And I'm
Okay,
like, oh,
thanks for
good for
spoiling
them.
it for
Good
me.
for.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Got it.
It's not a spoiler. You don't even know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I feel like I do. Okay, so I read
I
the
feel like
I
you're
because
wrong.
I just read the okay, I just read the first book
Go on.
and it was good. I really enjoyed it, and then I bought the second one, and I haven't started it yet
It's okay. Take your time. This
because I'm
this you
like,
need to cherish it.
yeah, okay,
Because if you told me you hated it, I would cry and remove you from the stream.
remove you from my life, block,
Remove you from my
delete,
life. It's like three times I read this. I just love it so much,
yeah.
and I
That's your third time.
realize that's what I want. Like just simple. Like if it's romantic, it happens, and like then we move on.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah, yeah.
the faithful and the fallen. Yeah, exactly. My I think One Piece it is. Yes, I agree. I've been staring at my next One Piece manga that I have, and I've been like wanting to read it. I think in November I'm gonna do another 24-hour like manga reading video
Mm,
that I do. Just because like they just stare at me and I really want to read them. But you know when they're like so quick to read, so you're like, I have time for
yeah,
you. But then you never
yeah,
read them.
yeah. Yes,
I'm at
I do.
67% hoping for the moment it gets less awkward. I really do think it takes like I think you only think it's less weird at the end of the book. I promise. I really hope that's the case for you, but like it is weird at first. And it's hard to follow because you're like, oh, what are the kids' names again? Because all of a sudden they appear and then all of a sudden they're 20. So it is, I understand that it is weird. Thriller girly.
That's literally me. That's all I care about.
Oh, I'm in my horror era, like I was saying. And next month, Jolene, I'm reading My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix.
Oh,
So I don't know if you want a buddy read Grady Hendrix again. Um, you want to do
I
it
was
too?
in that buddy read too.
Yeah, both of
Excuse
you.
me.
Both of you. You're both on the screen right now.
Okay, okay, okay.
I'm talking to the royal we.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
In this book, he lists in the beginning all the pages where murders are going to happen. It's really unique. I love that because I feel like it adds like a sense of tension because you're like, oh, it's coming up, page 40. Who's going to die? I like that. Wish more
Yeah,
books
my
were
fair.
I really like
Right.
unique formats.
Oh,
Yes, reread it with us.
okay. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, it's only 12 hours right now.
Get it? Which cover is it?
The one with the creepy girl.
The one that it looks like an 80s movie
Yeah.
poster? Okay, yeah, that's the nicer cover.
Oh,
My problem is that everyone has changed so much within the years that I feel like the people I cared so much about in book one, I no longer really know them. Yep, I felt that way. Um, but I also disagree. So I no longer care. I completely understand. I think it either works for you or it doesn't. And if it doesn't work for you, it's just what it is. I think Jade Legacy, because of the format of the book, is such a conflicting book. You either like it or you don't, I think. Should we
mm,
continue into another sprint? What's the
yeah.
vibe? What are we
I,
feeling?
yeah. I think I'm gonna listen to it. I'm listening to it very slowly.
Okay.
So,
You have the audiobook from your library too?
hmm
Yeah. I got to page 36. So I'm at chapter 6.
oh, see,
Okay. I listened to it fast. What do you want from me? But I really like it. I wanted to tell you that I like immediately. First of all, the spoiler that I was gonna say is not really a spoiler because it's like literally talked about in the first chapter, which
yeah,
that Magnus chase and Annabeth chase. I was like, whatever. Maybe it was a spoiler. I wasn't sure. But I really like it so far. I really like his personality, very much Percy Jackson. I was reading some
yeah,
reviews and some people were like, he's exactly like Percy Jackson. I'm like, that's what I want. You guys telling me
yeah,
you enjoyed reading Jason? You like
yeah.
Jason's perspective? He was the most boring character in the fucking world. You guys liked him?
Oh my god.
The funny
Oh,
chapter titles are back. Like
yeah, I know. Okay,
I'm like, yes.
what was funny? Oh my god, he said something so funny. Oh, when they're in the car, and then he was like, "You missed someone. Do you want to go back and hit them?"
He's so funny. He was even like,
Yeah,
or when the uncle's like going on a rant and he's like, da 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 da, and he's like, I'm gonna get out here. And then the
yeah,
uncle continues talking. He's like, no, okay.
yeah,
And something else that I really like about the books, first of all, I feel like Rick Riordan, like just his diverse inclusion of different like different types of characters and different experiences. Like in this book, we definitely have Magnus Chase growing up, not growing up necessarily, but this past like 2 years, I think, in his life, he was
yeah,
experiencing homelessness. And I think like there are some quips that he puts in the chapters that I thought were really interesting. And I'm curious, like, if Rick Riordan like did some research or had some readers for this because he's like, yes, even homeless kids watch TV sometimes in shelter rec
yeah,
rooms on public library computers. Like, I
yeah,
thought that that was really interesting to include. He's like, yeah, like we still
yeah,
experience these different like cultural moments,
yeah.
which I really like. So I'm excited to see the remaining rest of the book. The
Uh-huh.
funniness. I also learned something. For Leif Erikson, okay, I know this name from SpongeBob. Okay, because there was one
Please,
episode in
yeah,
SpongeBob where they're like Happy
uh-huh.
Leif Erikson Day, and I just thought he
Oh
was a
yeah,
normal Viking, and I was like, I don't know anything. I just assumed it was like just a stupid SpongeBob thing, and that's the
yeah,
my only reference of Leif Erikson. So then they're
uh-huh.
like, yeah, like it's actually him that discovered like North America or whatever they were talking about,
Yeah,
and so I looked it up because I was like, there's no way that this is real.
yeah.
And I looked it up and I was like, I cannot
God.
believe this. They're saying like
We-
they were like he's believed to be the first explorer who touched
Yeah,
their feet in Canada or whatever. And I was just like, what? I was
that
I
is
couldn't believe that it
so
wasn't made up by Rick Riordan. I
funny.
was shocked.
I'm shocked. Oh my
I
god, this
was. I'm so happy you're enjoying it. Although it feels to have you both read Norse
oh my god.
mythology the one time I'm in Athens and need the Percy vibes. Yeah,
That's crazy. That's
yeah.
funny. There's a whole week.
He's a real
Yeah.
historical figure, and I thought it was made up from SpongeBob. Oh my
Wow.
god.
Well, I didn't even remember that SpongeBob quote until you just said it, and I'm like a big SpongeBob
Yes,
fan.
that's the only and, like, I read it and it, like, clicked in my in when they're like,
Yeah.
"They eat our holes in thing," and I'm like, "Oh my god, why is this episode replaying in my brain?"
Oh my god, I know SpongeBob iconic.
Like, I need to show everybody so that everybody knows what we're talking about. Oh my
Yeah,
god, hold on.
please show us.
Yeah, no, I will.
Okay.
It's so weirdly vivid in my mind. Like, I can't believe this.
What?
This
When
is
is Leif Erikson Day?
I don't know. October 9th. That would have been
Oh,
so close. It's in 2 weekends. That would have been so funny if we would have done spring that day.
oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Leif Erikson Day is on Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, interesting. So they're really like putting them all on one day, like the Columbus Day and the Leif Erikson Day, when really
Yeah,
it should be neither, because
yeah,
obviously, as we know, Canada and
yeah,
North America in general already existed.
yeah.
That's wild.
I'm,
And
I'm
that's crazy because
writing
you
my
really don't.
plan.
Hmm?
What? Sorry, go
What'd you
ahead.
say? No, what'd you say?
No,
Oh, I didn't, but I didn't hear.
I just said I wrote it in my planner. Leif
Oh,
Erikson Day.
uh,
Continue.
no, I was just gonna say, like, for something that I really thought was made up, like Rick Riordan, SpongeBob,
Yeah,
they really teach you things.
they do. You never
We,
know.
you
Oh yeah.
never
Shall we?
know. I was gonna say, do we go into sprints now after this educational learning moment?
Yeah.
We're still good with
Yeah.
40?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, guys. See you in a bit.
Alright.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back.
Welcome, welcome. Let's see. What page am I on? I don't know. I think I'm on page 50-ish.
Oh, nice. Okay.
What page are you on?
I got to page 62 this sprint.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm just really liking it. Like,
You're really liking it?
yeah. I don't know. I find it so like interesting, and I love like something I always liked about Rick Riordan's books, but especially maybe with this because I'm not as like knowledgeable on Norse mythology is like googling the different like gods that they're like interacting with, right? So
Mm-hmm.
at least where we're both at, he meets like a more Satanish character, and I was like, I thought at first I was like, this is Loki for sure, and then I was like, oh no, it's actually another black-haired god that had no
I'm,
idea.
I'm not even looking anything up. Let's see. What is his name?
You're like, I'm here for the ride.
Yeah, Spur. What's his name?
Let us know where everybody else got while we Google Norse gods. Surt,
North
yeah,
Bound.
Surt. And I looked him up, and I was like, he's like a hotter Hades.
Wait, what did you say?
He's like a
S.
hotter Hades. Surt. Sorry, didn't understand what you were asking.
Cert. Oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh. I literally look at Norse gods, and none of them. I forgot what you said.
Surt.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. 1 second.
He's
Oh,
he's definitely like devilish, which was interesting to see. I was like, whoa, not what I was expecting.
yeah. A fire demon or fire giant who ruled in the fiery wilderness called Muspelheim. Mus-
Mm.
Muspelheim.
Muspelheim. Muspelheim. I'm sure
I mean,
we'll learn.
oh, intense.
Yeah. So that's like probably my favorite part about Rick Riordan books is like learning, especially with the Kane Chronicles too. It was like Egyptian gods.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously like with Egyptian gods I only know like
Mm-hmm.
some of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as I was googling I found out that there were some Egyptian gods that appeared in like the Loki show. So I was like, interesting that
Mm-hmm.
this series came before the Magnus Chase. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool, cool. We'll see. Noted in the back of my brain for how this might happen.
Yeah.
8% of Jade Legacy, 5 chapters
Mm.
into One Piece.
Wow.
Which volume are you reading? Like, is it the first one or are you continuing? Page 300 of my book. I'm determined to finish it today, but the next sprint might be a nap for me.
Like,
Honestly, naps are productivity, and I support
mm-hmm.
your decision. I
Mm-hmm.
know about Cert from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Um, I'm sure you do. I know that you know everything about that game. I only know parts of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So I only know a couple of characters. So for me, it's a new exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Danny, I think you would actually like Magnus Chase, and I don't think you need to finish like anything else, like really, truly, because like
Uh-huh.
the thing with the Rick Riordan books is like unless they're directly connected, it's
Mm-hmm.
not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like in this one, Annabeth Chase appears like in the first chapter, but if you don't like know who she is, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the only thing is like I would say Heroes of Olympus, like you have to read the Percy Jackson series first. So some of them are like really directly connected, and some of them, okay, I feel this absolutely, which is why we're doing the Rick Riordan along, and why we're reading every book because we can't
Uh-huh.
win.
Hmm.
But I don't think you have to. Volume 6.
Hmm.
Nice. Okay. Oh, I love One Piece. It really is something that I wasn't expecting to grab me. I feel like that's the case with One Piece with everybody. Like I don't think anybody's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to love this."
Yeah.
And then you come in and you're like suddenly number 1 fan.
Yeah. Well, it's really good.
It's really crazy. One Piece, I don't know, like I still have to watch the live action. Um but I want to get more into the manga before I read the live action. And
Mm.
then I feel like I'll be more comfortable to watch live action because it's not that far into the series. Us too. It's after
It's
it's
not
after the Magnus Chase series, and it's see the Apollo series is one that is related. So I feel like we need yes, and you do. So that's the thing. We will be only be getting to the new Percy book next year after Trials of Apollo.
next year.
Thing, yeah. And the Nico book, what was it called? The Sun and the Stars is also after the Trials of Apollo.
Nico, he is from the Heroes of Olympus.
Yeah, he had a more prominent role in the Heroes of Olympus, but he appears in the Percy Jackson series.
Mm.
But in the Heroes of Olympus, he had like a perspective chapter and everything. He was more
Remind me of Nico.
Nico's the son of Hades, the Italian.
Oh, the sister died. Yeah.
Yeah, the emo one. He was my
Spoiler.
fave. Yeah, sorry to everybody. He was my fave.
Oh
I
yeah.
felt the same. I just wanted to start it to have something light and funny. And these last 3 months, I've been I know I can. You don't expect it. Yes, love One Piece. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Nico. Okay, so Nico appears in Percy Jackson. He appears. He has a more prominent role in Heroes of Olympus. Then a new book came out this year from Rick Riordan that's on Nico specifically.
Mm.
But what happens in this book is related to the end of the Trials of Apollo series. So I feel like I we won't know anything. Like we could definitely go in and like understand what happened to Nico. I'm sure like I'm sure our brains can handle it and we could pick up the pieces. But
Mhm.
I would rather like read the Trials of Apollo because we're already
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
we're already following through and like
Yeah.
understanding the whole universe. And
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me if other characters come in like they did in the Heroes of Olympus series with Percy Jackson series.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it is. Literally same. There's I think I have like a very dominant list of like characters that I like and then characters that I don't like and the people in between like I don't really think about them. But
Yeah.
like Nico's there, Leo from the Heroes of Olympus saved that series.
Leo.
Yeah, Leo. Oh my god. And Magnus Chase is definitely like interesting enough and something happens after where you are and I didn't expect it even though
Oh.
I think it's in the synopsis.
Oh,
But
I don't read the synopsis.
me
I'm
neither.
like,
So I was like, what? Same. The way I hated Jason so much. And it's not even like, it's just like he was so boring and annoying. And I was just like, I'm done with Jason.
yeah, it's boring.
And I feel like he made me like, we were riding high off of Percy Jackson.
Yeah,
And we had the Heroes of Olympus.
I know. And
And
then
like,
King Chronicles, no.
yeah, Kane Chronicles were good, but they were all a solid like 3.5 stars. Like it
Yeah,
was like I'm enjoying them, but I definitely like didn't have the happiness
yeah,
that I had from the Percy Jackson series. So that's why I'm like really happy to have like another funny like main character because
yeah,
Leo was not enough
yeah,
to balance Jason's
yeah,
chapters.
yeah,
So Leo and Nico were there, and I was happy to be in their perspectives, but they just were not enough
yeah.
to save
So far, it's
Jason.
just one perspective.
Hmm?
So far, it's just one perspective in this book.
Yeah, I'm curious if another like in there's a part of me that's like I hope not because in Percy Jackson it was just Percy's perspective.
Yeah,
So I'm wondering if this will happen, and I think I'm gonna be frustrated because the story is told entirely from his point of view. Okay, cool. That's what I want. I feel like changing the perspective sometimes is like so drastic, and then
Yeah.
you're really comparing the characters.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, when it's just from one perspective, you're not comparing
Yeah.
comparing them to one another. Jason feels like the guy who would tattletale at work for not following a rule or talk to me for 45 minutes on the importance of financial security. Absolutely. Jason grew up and he's a CPA for sure.
That's so funny. That's so
Uh, are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I am. I'm enjoying listening to it slowly. I think I really rushed through the Heroes of Olympus because I was like, I don't really care. Really.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
I feel you.
I'm listening to it at 1.35. I'm like setting up October
Wow.
and just like chilling,
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to start it early too, so I can just like chill my way through it,
Mm-hmm.
Another excuse.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
What are you like your plan for October? Is it more for like school, like you're teaching, or is just everything?
Everything. My life is kind of chaotic right now.
Mm.
Um, so I'm just trying to figure that out.
I just realized I didn't ask you how Italy was.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh!
How was it?
It was hot.
Yeah.
So it got really hot at the end of our trip in Rome.
And Rome
I,
is really hot because it's like
yeah.
the big
And
city.
I was just like, I felt really bad for the Italians because there were so many tourists.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is disgusting. I hate myself for being part of the problem. And there's just like trash everywhere. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Rome is really dirty. Um all like I feel like all year because Italy like it gets cold. But I still think you can go in like it's not obviously it's not high season. Like high season's the worst. But yeah, it's
yeah,
like trash everywhere, like
yeah,
tourists everywhere, lineups at like all these places.
yeah,
It's I almost think like you can go to Rome once, you never have to go back again. Like
yeah.
it's I feel like it's almost like unless you like love Rome, but I think
No,
there's
I
other
kind of want to go back in like a lower season.
season and like you because
Yeah,
then you can see like the Colosseum and
yeah. The
like
Colosseum was dope. I
I
was like,
know.
because we had a tour scheduled, so then we got there early, and we were just like sitting outside at the park, like looking at it, and I'm like,
Mm,
what the fuck?
yeah.
Like a lot of the times I was like, what? Okay, but also like no offense to all of my like Jesus people out there and Mary people out there, okay?
Yeah,
But
go
I'm
on.
like Mary, I was like so sick of seeing her. I'm like, I could care less about Mary at this point. If I had to
Not
go,
Maria.
I'm like, if I had to go through one more museum where there's only paintings of Mary,
Hmm.
I'm done. I'm done.
You wouldn't want to go to my grandmother's house.
I just like, but like my grandma's Catholic too,
Mm.
and so like I understand. Okay, and I was like, okay, the first like 7 days of it, I was okay. By day 14, I was like, Mary, sis.
I know. We love her.
Yeah, but
We
like,
love a good Virgin Mary.
oh my gosh, yes. Okay, wait, where did I go? That was super. Is it I think it was in Milan,
Okay.
like Duomo.
Hmm.
That one, the one with the I don't know. I have a bad memory too.
It's
Sorry.
okay. You're on the right track.
It's so cool. I like, or a lot of times I'm just like, am I like is this real life? Like
I
the
know.
architecture is wild.
Yeah. Going to Europe as a North American is incredibly humbling.
Yeah.
I'm like, we do not have the architecture here that even competes.
Yeah.
Like, you really like, you're like, oh, this is why the Europeans love the Renaissance, because you're like, it is everywhere
Yeah.
and wonderful. This is obviously we're referring to like the Latin European countries, because I would love to go to like Prague and see like the more goth, like Germany, and see the
Yeah.
more like gothic side of Europe. But yeah, like the Renaissance and the Enlightenment
Yeah.
reigns through Italy.
No, it's so unlike the only like I would say like disappointing part of it is like
Hmm.
how they, which I understand. I understand the history, okay, but like how they like really like got rid of like the Roman gods. They're just like they don't exist,
Yeah, yeah,
and I'm just like I couldn't remember the Roman names, so I was like, where the heck is Zeus? Where's Poseidon?
yeah,
People,
yeah. Like they do not exist
but I understand.
except Aphrodite. She, for some reason,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
reigns through time. Venus reigns
yeah.
through time. And I think it's because she represents like romanticism, which,
Mhm.
as you know, Italy holds on to.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
But
wait, and
everybody
then
else, yeah,
yeah,
nothing.
I did a tour in the what is that place called? Where the Pope lives, the Vatican. Okay,
Yeah.
and then like part of the museum, it was beautiful. Okay, it
Hmm.
was that like oh that was insane. And then at this there's this one small part where they're like, "This is Artemis," and then like across the way was the statue of Diana, same because
Hmm.
same. And they're like, "Look how beautiful Artemis is." This is what my tour guy said. Look how beautiful Artemis is, and then look how boring Diana is.
Diana, the warrior, disgusting.
Yeah. It was great though. Yeah, it was good. It was hot for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. They had a like a major heat wave. Like I think it was. Correct me for my Canadianism. It was like plus 40s. So what is that for you? Like 100, 100 something?
Uh, I think that heat wave was right after I left.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was really bad.
yeah.
Like my boyfriend's aunt and their family, like his cousins, they went to Italy during the heat wave, and they were like, it is, and also like we can handle heat, but like 45, 50, like that's really hot
That's really
for
hot.
us being the
Oh yeah.
the expats to Canada, like that's
No, it's
really hot. Our skin can only handle so much.
and because like it's just like what concrete or like buildings, like it's just like the heat
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
radiates.
especially Rome. Like
Yeah,
especially Rome because it's the most like
yeah.
densely packed. Like everything is like all
Mhm.
next to each other. Like the fountain and the Colosseum and the like that's all like within one little
Yeah,
area, and like conveniently the best panini shop in Italy is there too. Like it's
yeah,
wild how next to the Trevi fountain, it's actually insane how like hot it can get.
yeah.
Did you live your Lizzie McGuire life and throw the little coin
It
in the
was
fountain?
packed. It was packed. I was like, I honestly like at one moment I just like blocked everyone out. I'm like, nobody else is here.
Yeah.
And I said, hey now, hey now. Yeah, it was great. But it was packed.
I am often a tourist, hating every other tourist, including myself. This was me in Italy because obviously, like when we go, we're like, ah, yes, we're back in the motherland,
Yeah,
and I literally judge every tourist as if I am an Italian living in Italy. I'm like, why are they here?
yeah,
As I'm there. I picked up someone's trash while giving them an evil stare for littering at the Acropolis. I littering in general, I can't understand. Like in 2023,
yeah,
in 1995, fine. Now
yeah.
I can't understand littering, and even worse at like a such a monumental like historical thing. Like, don't you? I don't know. Me personally, when I am a tourist and I see like these historical things or monumental things, like I feel like wow, connected to history. Imagine throwing a piece of paper. Can't
Yeah.
relate. Lots of Greek and Roman styles reigned through Northwest Europe as well, mixed in with other beautifully thanks to the Roman Empire taking all over all of our countries. Yeah, absolutely. It's like we took over and then we're like, you guys keep monotheism. We found Jesus. Like, it's so weird. 45 feels like Satan's armpit to everyone. Absolutely. It's and when it's humid, it's even worse. And then it's like plus 50s. And I hate that.
But also, let me tell you, I went to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Mm.
That shit leans.
Yeah.
Like I knew that. Like you know that.
You know, yeah, but when you
You
see it,
know.
yeah,
Yeah. But then when you go there and you look at it,
you're like, "Oh, for real." She's
I'm like,
yeah. And obviously it's like it wouldn't surprise me if one day it
oh
falls.
yeah.
But
But
it's like you're waiting for that.
people are paying money to go up, and I said, no, no, no. I'm
What?
okay with it. Yes.
Oh no, I would never. What if you're the last person that you're like the straw that hit the camel's back? No, thank you.
Mhm. I said, could it be me?
I
I'm
don't want
paying
to be a
money
part of
for
this. No, thank you. No, no, no. Now that you told me, like, thank God, because now I'm gonna go in prepared. And if anybody even suggests that in my vicinity, I'll be like, no, I will
no.
not be going up there. Because I've never been to Tuscany, but I have cousins that live in Tuscany, and
Uh-huh.
something I really want to do is to go for like the wineries and like
Yeah.
the to see the Tower of Pisa
Oh
in
my gosh,
person.
the
Obviously,
winery, great.
yeah. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I
Go.
love wineries. And I went on a wine tour in Portugal, in Porto.
Mhm.
And it was so fun. And you don't realize like how much you're drinking.
Yeah.
And then
I
it's like
didn't know.
the day it's like 6 p.m. You're like,
Yeah. No, for real.
it, exactly. That's like, you know what it walking up the Leaning Tower of Pisa is like the 12:33 challenge. Have you heard about that?
The 12 to 30, yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's like. You're like constantly like for sure. Which could be fun, but not a fun that I would like to partake in.
Could be me. Yeah. That's so funny. But yeah, that's my official
Review
review
of
of
it. Well, I'm happy you had fun because you went for a while, so you got to
yeah,
like really explore a lot of things.
yeah. Sometimes I'm like, what happened? Thank God for phones, you know?
Hmm.
And they take a
Yeah.
picture and stuff. And I'm
Yes.
like,
It feels like I'm thinking back to my trip in Portugal, and I'm almost like we did so much that I
yeah,
like. There's some things that I forget,
yeah,
and it's so sad that like vacations are so fleeting. Not to get like philosophical
yeah,
and whatever, but like I wish we could go longer. Like if the
yeah,
building went down because of me, it's same.
yeah. I mean, you would be dead. So,
That's true, but her ghost would be in Paris, looking down from
yeah.
heaven with all the gods. Like that
You're like,
was whoops, sorry.
and then all the other people in the who was there with you, all the other ghosts are like,
I would not recover. I would not recover.
yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Shall we
Sprint
sprint?
again. Oh, wait, do that.
Sprint?
Yes. Oh, I always keep travel notes highlights in Notion for my trips. I started doing that this year because I felt like I had already forgotten so much from New
Yeah.
Zealand.
Oh, so you're looking up. You're not looking down. You're looking up.
And with that, let us let us sprint. Welcome back.
Hello, hello. How did you do? What page are you on?
I got to page 121,
Oh
chapter
wow.
19.
Are you still liking it?
Yes.
Let's see. I have to figure out which page I'm at. I'm around. Oh, I'm on page 82.
Okay, so you know where he is.
Yeah.
Okay. It's cool. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just really not expecting this.
Yeah. I'm having a good time for
Yeah,
sure.
same. In where I'm at, he meets other people.
Oh
Um, so it's like an interesting dynamic that's going on
yeah.
right now. He already had Sam, who I believe you've met too.
Who?
Sam,
Sam.
his like buddy, the the girl on the horse.
Sam. Yep. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Samira. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, who?
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't want to be too spoilery, so I wasn't sure
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what
yeah,
to
yeah,
say.
yeah. Yeah, Samira.
Um, for everyone else, let us know what you got to. Was not prepared for this thing to happen in Jade Legacy. I should cry, but instead I am just pissed off. I think I know what you're talking about. 82% into Jade Legacy. So let us know how it's going. I hope you finish it today. I think it's just gonna go faster and faster for you. Another 5 pages, 100. Oh, another 5 chapters, 100 pages of One Piece. Nice. I like that everyone's feeling successful today. We're getting
I
really
know.
far into our books.
Yeah. How many pages is this? Like 400 what?
The Magnus Chase?
Mm-hmm.
Let me check. Oh, that's from the Hammer of Thor. Oh, a lot of stuff at the back. 491 pages exactly.
Okay.
It's almost 500, but I've read 120 pages and I literally feel like I flew through them.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing. I do miss the 200 pages from Percy Jackson. RIP to those short books.
Yeah,
Didn't
I know.
appreciate them while we were there.
Oh my gosh. And I'm like, why are these books so thick?
I
Like,
know. Oh, I think I'll finish it tomorrow. Go to bed on time so I'm ready for more exploring. Oh, yes. It's true. I forget that you are
mhm,
currently being a tourist.
wandering. I know.
Ugh, I wish I could travel just forever. Enjoying everything past 75% more than the first 75% of the book. Yeah. Because I think like now, like just crazy shit's going to happen. So,
Hmm.
like, is
I
it
don't know.
worth the 75% that like you didn't enjoy? I don't know. We'll see. What were you going to say?
I haven't read that series yet. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. No need to
I haven't.
apologize.
I have like 5 or 6 number one books. If that makes sense. Like in a series.
Like starting a series, but you just haven't started.
Yeah. And I only have like number one, you know?
Mm. I feel like that's better than having the entire series and never reading them, or never getting to the second book, which is my problem.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's true. You did finish it, and you did enjoy the first book.
No, but I have the whole box set.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
through over time, you'll be able. Clash of Kings is the next one, I think. The
Mhm.
yellow one, Clash of Kings, I
Yeah.
think is the next one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. The good thing about only having first in a series is that you always have the potential to start something new,
Yeah.
and it's always exciting. Like a first book is always exciting.
Yeah. But then it's hard, like, I don't know. The Barnes and Noble here, that's like our only. I mean, and we have Target too, but like our Barnes and Noble is like our only really big bookstore. So sometimes it like they don't have like number two or number three or
Mm,
whatever. even like small bookstores, like even more so, you know.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
even here, like I think we probably have like a wider selection and more like indie bookstores.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but often like it's the first book in a series, and often that's what I see online, right? Because I don't want to spoil myself for the other books.
Yeah,
So I have like so much excitement for these first books. I have so many of them,
yeah,
and then I'm like stuck like with so many books to start, so many series to finish.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's why I started the finish a series with me thing this year on my channel because I was
Uh-huh.
just like I need a reason to read books back to back and
Yeah,
finish them and get them off my shelves if I don't like them. And a lot of them are YA, which I'm not like vibing
interesting.
with anymore.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like I look at like my YA shelf of my
Yeah.
TBR books and like I just so many of them I could get rid of them. And the only reason
You know,
they're there is because I like spent money.
yeah. I'm really enjoying YA thrillers though.
Oh,
Yeah. I like the school vibe. That's why I think.
I have Truly Devious on my shelf over there,
Mm-hmm.
but she was like one of the ones that I wanted to get rid of. So I was like, "Ugh,
Mm.
I don't know if I'm oh fully supporting me.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. I have on like right next to me, I have just a pile of books that I need to bring to Value Village. Um, and there are a lot of the books that I like finished in a series that I just didn't enjoy, or like YA books that I just didn't enjoy, and they're just there. So I feel
Yeah.
like I need to get rid of them, even the ones that I haven't read. I think it's
Yeah.
like okay for me to do that. I have to accept that.
Yeah. It's
I'm always
okay.
putting off reading the final book in a series, scared to be disappointed. But
Yes.
same.
Always.
Starting
Always.
a new
Or
series doesn't bring that fear. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
next finish series with me video that I wanted to do is in between. I haven't decided, but it's in between the second Raven Boys series because I have the last two books,
Uh-huh.
or the Gilded Wolves trilogy because I also have the
Mhm.
last two books in that, and I
Oh,
just want to like get them over with
yeah.
because they haunt me and stare at me.
You want you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Ugh,
I feel like I need next year. Like I think I want to do it monthly and just get rid of
a series.
some series. Yeah,
Yeah. Get it done.
unless like I don't have the series on my shelves. Like if I don't have it, it's okay.
Yeah.
But oh, nice. Yeah, it's okay.
Wow.
That wasn't the goal. It's fine. You could have
Yeah.
started a million.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So 10 series is almost like one a month. So I feel like that's really
That's
successful.
great.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Yeah.
Um, looking at oh, and another series I have and I is the Wheel of Time series. I don't know if anybody in the chat has read the Wheel of Time. But I'm
Mm.
hoping this is a safe space.
It is a
But
series.
I'm 4 books in and I'm just like, when does this get good? Like
Oh,
I enjoy them, but
yeah.
they're not like I'm not sitting there being like
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
I'm not like
Yeah.
shaken by the revelations of this series.
Do you have the other books?
Yeah, because I'm psychotic.
Yeah.
I have up until I can tell you. I think it's a 14 book series and I feel like I have 10 of them or 11 of them.
Whoa.
Yeah, because at one point they were really cheap on Amazon used.
Okay.
So I bought quite a bit of them for like $10.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because like I read the first book and I gave it 4 stars and I was like it's a classic, like I see the potential, I'm down to continue. And then people were like, the first four books are really good. Then it's slumpy for a bit, and then when Brandon Sanderson takes over, which is why I wanted to take over the series because I want to read everything Brandon Sanderson's written. He's one of my favorite authors. And
Mm-hmm.
then so when Brandon Sanderson takes over, the series like concludes because Robert Jordan died before he was able to finish the series, and Brandon Sanderson took over. Um, concludes it in such an interesting way. And I'm kind of like, I think if I stop now and just go to the Brandon Sanderson ones, I could figure it out. And I'm almost like, is this a funny video idea to do?
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, yeah, 5, 6, 7, and 8 suck. And I'm like, why?
Yeah. Why are you gonna put
If
yourself
they
through?
suck, I don't think they add anything important. So
Yeah.
people are like, the book I'm at now, people are like, it's the one of the best books in the series, The Shadow Rising. And I'm like, this one is pretty mid so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, and so I'm debating, like, I think it would be a funny idea. And the Brandon Sanderson ones are the ones I want to read anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm debating like getting rid of all of them and just like,
Do it.
I don't know.
Do it.
I don't think I will ever read Wheel of Time. Don't. I don't even think it's worth it. I'll be honest. Like people, aka like white men, helm this series as like the ultimate like end all be all, and I'm like, there are better ones, and it it's an old fantasy series that like I feel like a lot of people like give it this excuse, because the way that these children talk is like, oh, we can't understand women. And I'm like, shut up, Perrin.
Yeah.
You can talk to wolves. Get over it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they're just so annoying, and there's a lot of like, I think Robert Jordan was like attempting to discuss gender roles.
Yeah.
But obviously like it's the 90s and he was also a white man, so I don't know how much
Yeah.
depth of perspectives he's giving.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's an excuse either because I feel like I've read fantasy from that time too, Game of Thrones being one of them, and I just feel like Game of Thrones is so much more like full of depth. Like,
Uh,
is there amazing representation? Like, maybe not, but there's more going on that I feel like in Wheel of Time, there's nothing happening. Like, all they do is travel. They're in forests and they're just talking. Like, the women will like giggle at the fire, and then like one of the boys is like, "What are they giggling about? They must be giggling about us because they don't think that we can do anything." And I'm like, "Shut up! There
yeah.
are more things that you guys should be worried about, like
Yeah.
dying."
Yeah.
Fantasy classic or not, I only hear people talking about trying to get through them and being bored. Literally me. I've been stuck on Wheel of Time, and I've been stuck on book 6 2 years ago. I'm not loving it, but I want to get back to it. But that's how I feel. Like I'm not loving it, but I do want to finish it, and
Yeah.
that's why I genuinely think I can skip 5, 6, 7, and 8 and 9 and 10 potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it, but I really think I could do this because if
Do it.
there's nothing important that happens besides like them traveling and they find like one extra piece of information, like I don't think I care enough to know that
No.
one extra piece of information of a 600-page book.
Yeah. Get rid of it.
I
Be
think in
careful.
2024, I will try a similar challenge as Meg with books, and that net my series should be 0 or lower. Like I can start as many as I finish, or finish more than I started. Yeah, like that's my goal too, especially like on my TBR. The problem is that I have so many first in a series now, and so many standalones that I've bought because my what I enjoy in books is shifting. So it's either like
Mm-hmm.
adult fantasy or like literary, like weird sci-fi literary books. So now I have these series like Wheel of Time on my TBR, and I'm like, I need to get rid of this.
Like, yeah. I might. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to do.
It's funny, my mom doesn't understand why my dad loves John Gwynne so much, and my dad doesn't understand why she loves The Wheel of Time at book 5, other than that their fantasy taste is super similar. I I think this is a controversial opinion, but I think if a fantasy book is good, it's good. And I think if a fantasy book is boring and bad, it's boring and bad, and only certain people will like it. But I think if a fantasy book is solid, I don't think there's a person who reads fantasy that won't enjoy a good fantasy book. And that's my take on that. Being bitter as fuck about the Wheel of Time series. He's at book 5. Yeah, like I feel like I'm your dad. I'm struggling. If book 4 is the best book,
Yeah.
I don't know. I had hope when I read Wheel of Time. I was like, it's a 90s book. I'm sure it's going to get better, whatever. 14 books, I don't think there is that much that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
14 books, I feel like that's you're being ridiculous now. And even
Okay.
like I think of Daniel Green as like one of the top Wheel of Time booktubers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like even he says it like yeah, like you can like 6, 7, and 8, not the best, you know. And I'm like,
Yeah.
if you and he he's one of the men that I think like really say like this book series is worth it and blah blah blah. So he was one of the reasons like I bought it because I was like,
Uh-huh.
it must be amazing.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. Not on your side over here.
Uh,
What
I'm
were we
just
gonna
looking
say?
at the jar shelves now. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, like Game of Thrones, I think is a book series that I think is worth it. I think there are chapters that are difficult to get rid of, but it's not entire books
Yeah.
of 600 pages that are difficult to get through. I also just want him to finish it. Also, I by the way, I thought of you this whole weekend with the Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas divorce, and everybody's like, "Queen of the North, we're Team Sansa, whatever." And I was like, "You see, I'm
Wait,
not even
that's
sure."
yours?
Did you not hear the news?
No.
Oh my god,
Please.
yes, and
Sansa divorced.
it's been nasty. You need to spend the next sprint. Like
Nasty.
it's been nasty on Joe Jonas's side. He's being such a dick. Oh, I can't believe you didn't know. This has been the apocalypse for me this past month.
Sophie Turner sues
Exactly.
Joe Jonas to
Yes,
return children to England.
yes, because he hid their passports. He's evil. It's actually crazy. I know, I know. I don't know how she didn't know this.
Sansa. I forgot. I totally forgot that.
Sophie Turner was Santa.
Well, I don't. I honestly don't pay attention to famous people.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I don't pay attention to Santa. I was like, we're not having this argument again. But I did.
Especially Sansa. But like,
She
for
gets
example,
better.
for example, I do like for I don't know like I like who's something I enjoy. I don't know, like Selena Gomez, for
Sure,
example.
sure.
I enjoy her. I like her. I don't know anything about her. I don't know where she
Hmm.
like. I just in my mind, I'm like, there are people too. I don't really, and we don't have a relationship, so I
Hmm.
don't really need to be in her business.
You're so right. I definitely live parasocially.
I,
Um, so I feel like I need personally to defend Sophie Turner. I also read something about her only hearing about the divorce through social media. Yes, I I mean I could give you the rundown if you guys want, but I just can't. I literally couldn't believe this. Like when the day it happened, I literally felt like the world was ending. Because I am a Joe Jonas girly of the Jonas Brothers, and this has been
yeah,
detrimental to me. But basically, quick little rundown. They were deciding whether they wanted to live in the States or in the UK. Sophie Turner is filming a show in the UK, so they were like, it only makes sense that we start our lives there. The kids are 1 and 3. What difference does it make?
they're 1 and 3. They're young.
They're young. I know. And as a child of divorce, I'm like, those poor children. But they bought a house, like they purchased a home in England, knowing that they were gonna live there. Joe Jonas is like, gotta go on tour with my brothers. Something suspicious happened. I'm sure of it because how did this happen all of a sudden? He goes on tour with his brothers. All of a sudden, he announces to the social like to not social media but like to the media that he's divorcing Sophie Turner, that she's not a good mom, that she's a party girl, and he's been with the kids this whole time. And Sophie was like, yeah, because that's what we said. I'm working on a show and we film at night and you're touring in the day. So you're touring at night and you're going to be with them all day. Like, I don't understand. And so it's been
Mhm.
this whole thing. She didn't know about the divorce until she saw it on social media because she had literally posted a picture of her and him at his New York concert that she flew to see. I'm sorry, as a Sansa lover, I cannot stand this detriment. So anyway, she's suing him because she was like, "Well, give me back the kids then." And he hid their passports and he won't give them to her so that she can't take them to England. But the thing is that she's suing him because it's kind of like not not kidnapping, but
Yeah.
like she's the mom. Like, like
Yeah.
they can come to an agreement. I don't anyways, whatever, she's suing him. Conveniently after she went out to dinner with Taylor Swift, who is Joe Jonas's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
That was a scandal. Anyways, this divorce has been
Taylor
really
Swift's
nasty.
everyone's ex-girlfriend.
Hmm?
What? I said Taylor Swift is everyone's
Yeah,
ex-girlfriend.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She's here for she's got everybody covered if they need
Yeah.
help with suing. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's just so nasty. Like on a real actual level, like I think what he's doing is extremely nasty because your kids are going to grow up. Like I know
Yeah.
right now they don't understand, but this is like traumatizing.
Yeah.
So really don't care about celebrities, but I just wanted all the tea of all of them because I want to know who I should support exactly. And
Yeah.
it's Sansa forever. Talk to me when you finish things.
Okay, but Sansa, she said, after 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided
Yeah,
to
but we found out it was a
amicably
lie. We
and
found out it was a lie. And I just feel like the Joe Jonas is like releasing a lot of like mean stuff. Like that's all Sophie Turner said. We mutually decided. But Joe Jonas is like she's a slut. She like parties like this and that.
yeah.
And I just feel like he's trying to make her seem like a horrible mom because I think he did something really bad.
Mm.
And we're gonna find out. And I have a feeling it's like sleeping with a fan on tours or something like
Mm.
and it's gonna be bad. Like I'm just it's too nasty.
That's sad.
It's sad. Like I just think it's too nasty for
Yeah.
what I don't know for like the
For
media and stuff for like your kid. I don't know. It's really
yeah.
nasty. So I feel bad for the children.
Yeah.
But with that and my
With
passion,
I know.
we'll jump into this is going to be the last sprint because I do have to get off at 4, but I think I'm going to make it 35 minutes if nobody
Okay.
minds.
No. Shawty, I don't mind.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Okay, so we'll come back in 35 minutes.
Okay.
Enjoy. Hello.
Hello. How'd you do?
I got to page 150, about 148, chapter 22. And the
So good.
plot is thickening.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Ow.
I
I'm
really like where this is going. I really like that he's in where he is.
yeah. Oh my god. It's so yeah. On page 108. It's
And
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm
I'm
so
glad.
happy we're both liking it because this wasn't what happened with the Kane Chronicles. You were
It's
not
not.
vibing.
I wasn't from the
I'm
beginning. I was like,
so
"Mm."
happy.
I think
Yeah.
the narrator is different too. Maybe it's the same. He just sounds less irritating.
Hmm. Yeah, I really like the narrator too.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that. 4 chapters, 80 pages. Nice.
Wow.
You're really making me want to read One Piece. Like I'm trying to think, like, can I squeeze
Yeah.
it in? I do have a request before we go. I want to apply for a library card in New York.
Huh?
In New York,
Uh huh.
hypothetically,
Yeah.
this is all hypothetical and alleged.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it's a $5,000 fine. Mm-hmm.
okay, then we won't talk about it right now. Allegedly, hypothetically.
Allegedly, hypothetically, what you want to do, somebody wants to
Hmm.
apply for a library card
Yeah.
in New York because they just moved there.
Yeah, exactly. I feel
Okay,
like I can. No, we have to talk about this after.
so what?
Yeah, no, no, no. After.
Okay,
I am one omnibus volume in, so I'm like still in the beginning. The next one is 4, 5, and 6 that I would be reading. So I'm still like a little new when it comes to One Piece, but it won me over immediately as soon as I read that omnibus volume. But I think that's it for the reading sprints.
that's so good. I know it's like almost 10 o'clock.
Wow. You had a good morning,
Good morning.
just relaxing.
Yeah, it's exactly what I want to
And now you have
read.
the whole day ahead of you. It's almost like waking up early is important.
Yeah, I love it.
And you read
It's so
100 pages. Like, what a good
yeah.
start to the day.
Well, like 80 technically.
Oh, yeah, 80 technically because you started early.
I journaled, worked on my bullet journal,
Yeah.
which is good. I have to remind myself that when I have time, I have to take that time to like set it up because I'm always like, oh, October isn't until like 2 weeks or whatever, like
Hmm.
a week and a half, I guess. A week and a day, 8 days to be precise. So I'm like, oh, I have time. And I'm like, actually, I don't have time.
I'm the same. I'm like, there's nothing better than procrastinating
Yeah.
until then you have to do it.
No, but then it comes out like not cute and
Hmm.
rushed, and it doesn't feel good. Like how? Let me show you my little ghost. It's so cute. I never thought I would like do something like this. Like how cute?
It is
Hello?
cute.
Oh my god.
Oh my
My
God,
little
it is cute. You're an artist.
artiste.
I could never. I look at all I don't know if you've watched like the TikTok challenges where they like go to an antique store and they find a painting and then they like change the painting to be like ghosts. And I'm
Oh.
like, these people are artists. Like, how do you do that? My
Yeah.
drawings could never. I would love to do that. But I think you can just based on that image alone. Like that's the vibe that they do. It's really
But
cute.
that took me so long to do.
But it's cute and I love it.
It's so fun. Having a very like relaxing morning.
Morning.
I keep watching like autumn like vlogs where like they don't talk, you know? And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I love that.
Yeah. I love like autumn vibes. I'm so
Yeah.
happy. It's gonna get colder now. I've been looking at the trees like
Yeah.
chop chop. This is
Yeah.
Canada. Hurry up.
Yeah. Autumn vibes don't really. Like I'm looking out my window and it's blue skies and it's sunny. And what is the temperature right now? It's 79, which is I don't know. It's
Even, but
cool.
even here, it's still like hot.
No, I know. I think for most people
26.
that's hot, but like,
But
like outside, I'm like it's a little windy. It
it's a
feels
little
nice.
windy. Yeah. I'm so excited for fall.
But I really want to. I don't. I have $0, but like next fall, I want to go somewhere where for like a week or even less than a week and just be in fall.
In fall, yeah. I'm going to New York in October. I'm so excited. So
Uh-huh.
excited. I just want to see the leaves and wear my little coat and like
Yeah.
booties and walk around.
Yeah.
Ugh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
That sounds so nice. Yeah. There's no wearing coats here ever.
But that's it. If you next year you can
And
experience.
next year.
Yeah,
Next.
yeah. I know you went to Italy. I'm the same. I went to Portugal. I should not be going to New York, but I was like, you know what? I'm
Why are you going to New
30,
York? Just because?
flirty, and thriving.
Yeah. Just because.
Yeah, just because I
Nice.
just wanted to do something before I have to like think of like having kids and like
But you have to what?
having kids and like
Oh,
buying a bigger home. Like I would rather like do fun things now.
yeah. Definitely.
And then
Yeah.
one day I'll take my kids and we'll experience everything together. But like for the first like 3 years,
Yeah.
like I don't want to be that girl who takes her kid on a flight to Europe.
Oh,
They're a baby.
oh, I understand. Oh my god.
I
That was,
understand because you still want to go on vacation. I totally get it, and I'm here for the people who do that. However, when I'm trying to sleep,
yeah. Yeah.
I am not happy.
I always okay. What like actually helps me is I always think that it's actually like okay. This sounds terrible, but like I think that they're going for like a family emergency or a family thing,
Oh, okay.
and so they have to bring their kids.
Yeah, it helps you like
No, like I hope not, but like
yeah, but you like have more sympathy. You're like,
yeah. And I'm
I
like, oh,
understand.
I'm like, I actually like don't know their life story, so like
You're
maybe no.
you're right. And the next time I'm trying to sleep, I will think of that.
He's a child screaming.
When there's a child scream, I'll be like, maybe that child is sad. I don't know its life.
Yeah.
It doesn't
All
want to
right.
be on the plane just as much as I don't want to be on the plane, you know? So
Yeah.
sometimes I have to be like,
I
because
just watched a TED talk of
mm,
this lady, and she said she was on her plane with her toddler, and she just found out that her toddler has autism,
oh,
and so the toddler is like freaking out on the
mm-hmm,
plane, and she's like trying to go to the bathroom so she can try and comfort, but of course somebody's in the bathroom and just like you know,
yeah,
and then she feels terrible, right? She's like that mom, but
yeah, yeah, and I do like want to think that like the kid doesn't want to be here either. We
yeah,
all don't want to be on this plane for 9 hours. Like
yeah.
the kid
I
is
try.
just as
I'm not
pissed.
perfect. I
Yeah,
think not great thoughts too,
yeah,
but like
yeah, yeah. No, you're
I try
right.
to be more sympathetic
You're
and
right.
like
And when I'm gonna be that mom, I'm gonna be like, listen, everybody, I know
okay,
my kid is 3. It also it she he they are also miserable on this plane just like the rest of us.
yeah,
So I will go in with more perspective now.
I try. I try
Thank you.
sometimes.
And with that, we will end the
Yeah.
spreadsheet because I do have an investigation I need to
Yes,
allegedly think
already.
about.
Yes,
Thank
sister.
you, everyone, for joining. Bye. Bye bye.